this is 7 and 1. In the first year of Belshazzar.
Belshazzar was a grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. Go sit down in the library and read. This is history here in the Daniel the 7th chapter.
King of Babylon. Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed.
So the Most High gave him these visions.
Then he wrote the dream and told us some of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea.
The four winds of the heaven mean the destruction coming from the north, east, south, and west. That's what the four winds mean. On the great sea, the Mediterranean Sea. Italy is born into the Mediterranean Sea. Greece is born into the Mediterranean Sea. Palestine, Israel is born on the Mediterranean Sea.
And four great beasts came up from the sea.
And four great beasts, four great kingdoms came up from the sea.
Diverse one from another.
Different one from another.
And the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
And the first was like a lion and it had eagle's wings. Go in the Museum of History on 81st Street in Central Park West. Go in the museum, the Metropolitan Museum on 83rd Street and 5th Avenue. And go in the Assyrian Gallery, the Babylonian Assyrian Gallery. They have a lion sitting on the floor with eagle's wings coming out of his back. That's the Babylonian lion. So this first beast represents the Babylonian Empire that Daniel was in. Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar.
I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it lifted up from the earth.
When it said it lifted up from the earth, it became a ruler over the kingdom of Assyria, and it took Israel into captivity. This is in history.
And made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
And when it say a man's heart was given to it, great wisdom was given to the kingdom of Babylon.
And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear.
And behold, another beast, a second like unto a bear. This is the Medo-Persian Empire. You can go in the library and sit down and read about it. That's history that happened before we got to this kingdom we're in now.
And it raised up itself on one side.
And it raised up itself on one side means the Persian Empire became the name of this empire.
And it had three ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it.
Right.
And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
So it conquered the Babylonian Empire.
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard.
And he beheld another like a leopard. Who's this talking about? The white world. The Alexander the Greek Empire. Go in the Museum of History on 81st Street and Central Park West. They have a bust head of Alexander the Greek. And he got a leopard skin hat on. Read it.
Which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. And after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard.
So this was the Greeks. Another like a leopard. This is the Greek Empire.
Which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. And the beast had also four heads.
And the Greek Empire, Alexander's empire, when he was dying on his dying bed, he split up his empire between four Greek generals. One Greek general named Ptolemy took over Egypt. Another Greek general named Celestius took over the Middle East. And Cassandra and Lysimachus took over Hellespont and Greece.
And dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and beheld a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible.
That's the Roman Empire. That's the empire we're in now. America is part of the Roman Empire.
And strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue of the feet, and stamped the residue, the feet of it, with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
That's history. That's stone cold history. Now we're going to get to America.
And it had 10 horns.
And the 10 horns are the 10 common market nations.